103. 103 Al. Yeah, they probably have a white baseball cap on. Not at the time, but they said they both say mid-20s, kind of light blonde hair, light brown hair. We had them on deck. Looked like
Rise and shine, baby. Spend a day with me at Pape Meditation Retreat. Although the first meditation doesn't start until 5:30 while traveling, I believe it is so important to have a stable morning routine. If you're not giving yourself enough time in the mornings, you're forcing your body to be in flight mode before you even start your day. So far, this retreat has taught me that when you're doing absolutely anything, be mindful and present of it in the moment. For example, when you're brushing your teeth, focus on brushing your teeth. Don't be thinking about the future. Once I was ready, I started walking to our first meditation of the day at Central Hall. Even though it was super dark, honestly, I felt so safe on the meditation grounds. I loved morning meditation. It set such a calm energy. They gave us Balinese chanting books to follow along. After morning meditation, we headed over to the canteen for some coffee. Next on our daily schedule got me really outside of my comfort zone, just because we simply wouldn't do this in North America. Every morning, just after sunrise, the monks go from door to door, and residents kindly give bananas, rice, water, and more things like this into monks' alms bowls without anything in return. It's honestly so unbelievably refreshing to see people giving out of their kindness of their hearts without expecting anything else in return. Because monks dedicate most of their day to meditation and studying Buddha's teachings, they don't have traditional jobs or cook for themselves. They rely entirely on their community. Once we finished, we headed back to the canteen for breakfast. I'm not gonna lie, I did not come to this retreat for the food. It was all very bland and basic, but monks only eat 2 meals a day. This is so cute. It's like rainy and foggy and mysterious. I love it so much. Beautiful, beautiful world. There's something about being up in the middle of nowhere that makes me feel so grounded. Oh my god, you guys, I think this might be one of the cutest things I've ever done in my entire life. So I'm currently sitting up here in this little treehouse at the meditation retreat, right? It's raining outside and I'm picturing myself in my beach house with the love of my life, dancing in the rain. Like, oh my god, I just love my life. I am so unbelievably excited for my future. And I'm just a happy girl, what can I say? It was almost time for our next meditation, so I started making my way over. I'm so in love with life right now, you have no idea. I'm just like walking, it's just like, wow, this world is so amazing. Look how cool this bathroom is. I think it's so sick, like showering pretty much outside. At the retreat, they gave us an all-white outfit. That being said, they did emphasize on how important comfort is. So if it was cold in the mornings, they did not care what our warmer clothes looked like. Once I got to the meditation hall, I got my setup started. I actually also found a blanket, which was so nice because it was surprisingly so cold out. After being completely on my own schedule for the past 2 years, it was definitely interesting having to follow a schedule. Before every meal, the monks would give a prayer. I found that all the meals were very low-key because in Buddhism, monks avoid overeating to train discipline and reduce attachment. They eat simply, mindfully, and only for nourishment, not for pleasure. They also really emphasized how the food you consume truly affects your brain and their meditations on a day-to-day basis. They prioritize a clear mind over everything else. These hills, oh my god. Everywhere I go is a good workout because I have to go up a hill no matter where I go. The entire retreat grounds is absolutely stunning, especially after it rained because all the plants were extra green. This property is filled with animals. There's 2 cafes on the property. This one was my favorite. It's called Good View for a reason. It is absolutely beautiful. I see so much beauty in nature. In Thailand, their avocados are circles instead of pear-shaped, which I found interesting. I recently entered a coloring era and oh my gosh, I could not recommend it enough. Coloring is so mindless and peaceful. I can just turn my brain off. This is quite possibly one of the most peaceful places I've ever been in my entire life. Like the level of pure comfort that my soul feels being here. It's so quiet and just an easy life here. It's amazing. Honestly, it's so beautiful. I genuinely have never felt this calm-minded in my entire life. On the property, there were so many different, quiet, beautiful places for you to sit and meditate and honestly just enjoy the nature. One of my favorites was a spot called Sunset View. It was absolutely breathtaking. Being up here made me realize how much I'm not a city girl. I love looking out and seeing nothing but nature. I looked out and there was no one else up here, so I did a little bit of yoga and meditated. Wow. I'm so grateful for this lifetime. Like, this is truly amazing. It was almost time for my next class, so I wandered down the hill. I used to be the girl who's always late, always in a rush. Giving yourself extra time is life-changing for your nervous system. My favorite class of the entire retreat was this one here, with Nun Sophia. The conversation was so great, the hour class turned into a 2-hour class. I quickly ate a chicken pad thai before going back to my room, freshening up a little bit. Accommodation-wise, I was completely content with the living circumstances. I got my own bedroom, and I completely lucked out with the other girls in my house. Surprisingly, within the couple days I was here, I met more aligned people with me than I did all year in the real world. This hill is gonna be the death of me. Somehow, it was already 6:30, so I wandered up for our evening meditation. We started our practice with chanting, and it was so beautiful. After meditation, I decided I wasn't quite ready for bed, so I wandered over to the canteen to pour myself a glass of hot chocolate. Today was my last day at the retreat, so I found myself doing some self-reflecting. Genuinely, this experience has been absolutely life-changing. I'm so unbelievably grateful for the opportunity to come to Pod Pay Meditation Retreat. It felt so good for my soul to reconnect with like-minded souls. No matter who you are or what you believe in, I promise you, your people are out there, and it feels so good having real, deep, meaningful conversations about things you're actually interested in. After traveling, having so many small talk conversations, it was so amazing to switch it up. It's my eye. Along with the morning routine, I also believe having an evening routine is equally as important. While winding down for bed, I just felt this intense feeling of peace. This experience really made all my actions so mindful. As I climbed into my sleeping bag of a bed, I'm so grateful for this experience and I couldn't recommend it enough. Good night.